Scene 1, The Crew. It was November 5th, 1975. A cold night settling over the Apache Sitgreaves National Forest, Arizona. 7 men, a logging crew, were finishing a long day of thinning trees for a government contract. They were tired, hungry, and ready to head home. Travis Walton, 22 years old, sat in the passenger seat of the crew's pickup truck. He was the youngest, the most energetic, the one who always joked around. But that night, he was quiet. The whole crew was. The forest felt wrong. Too still, too silent. As the truck bounced down the dirt road, one of the men pointed ahead. A glow. Through the trees. Soft at first, then brighter. At first they thought it was a fire. But fires flicker. This light pulsed. Scene 2, the light. The truck rolled to a stop. And there, hovering above a clearing, was a glowing metallic disc. Smooth, silent, radiating a pale bluish light that washed over the treetops. The men froze, except Travis. He stepped out. The others shouted for him to stop, to get back in the truck, to not go near that thing. But Travis walked forward like he was pulled by something he couldn't resist. He stood directly beneath it. And then the light changed. A sudden blast. A beam. A violent, concussive force that threw Travis backward like a rag doll. The men screamed. Someone yelled, "He's dead." And in blind panic, they drove off. Scene 3, the guilt. Minutes later, the truck screeched to a halt. The men were shaking, crying, arguing. They knew they had to go back. They couldn't leave Travis behind, so they went back for Travis. But when they returned to the clearing, he was gone. No body, no blood, no footprints, just the cold hum of the forest. They searched until their flashlights died. Then they drove to town and reported everything. The light, the craft, the beam. The sheriff didn't believe a word of it. Scene 4, the investigation. By morning, the story had spread. A missing man, 6 witnesses, a UFO. The police suspected murder. The crew was interrogated for hours. Polygraphs were administered. 5 passed. 1 was inconclusive. None failed. Still no Travis. Search teams combed the forest. Helicopters scanned the treetops. Dogs tracked every trail. Nothing. For 5 days, the world watched. Reporters flooded the small town. UFO groups arrived. Skeptics mocked. Locals whispered. And the crew lived in fear. Fear of being arrested. Fear of being blamed. Fear of what they had seen. Scene 5, the return. On the night of November 10th, a phone rang at a gas station in Heber, Arizona. A weak voice whispered, "It's Travis. I need help." When his brother arrived, he found Travis curled in a fetal position near the payphone. Thin, pale, disoriented, terrified. He kept saying one thing, "They're still watching." His brother took Travis to the hospital. The doctor on staff knew the story and gave Travis a thorough exam. Scene 6, the memory. Over the next few days, Travis slowly began to talk. He remembered waking up on a table, bright lights above him, a pressure on his chest, shapes moving around him, not human shapes, small, thin, large eyes, silent. He tried to fight. He tried to scream, but something held him down. Then, another room, a taller figure, human-looking, but not quite, a helmet, a suit, eyes that didn't blink. Thought he was helping, so followed him. He was led down a hallway, into a large dome chamber, where 3 other helmet-wearing human figures forced him onto another table. Travis too weak to fight. They put a mask on Travis. Then nothing. He woke up on the road. Cold. Alone. 5 days gone. Scene 7, the aftermath. The story exploded worldwide. Some believed him. Many didn't. But the polygraphs, the witnesses, the missing time, they all pointed to something no one could explain. Travis's life was never the same. He struggled with nightmares, flashes of memory, a constant feeling of being watched. The crew members drifted apart. Some refused to ever talk about that night again. Others insisted until their dying day that they saw exactly what they claimed. And the clearing where it happened, trees around the site grew differently, faster, stronger, as if something had changed the soil or the radiation or the forest itself. Scientists studied it. They couldn't explain it either. Travis Walton's disappearance remains one of the most documented, most controversial, and most unsettling cases in UFO history. 6 witnesses saw the same thing. 5 days vanished without a trace. And a man returned with memories no human should ever carry. Maybe it was a hoax. Maybe it was a misunderstanding. Or maybe, just maybe, something in those woods reached out and took him. And if that's true, who's to say it hasn't happened again? Or that it won't happen tomorrow to someone else on some lonely road under a silent sky? Some stories never fade. They wait, they watch, and they remind us we are not alone. Do you believe Travis or the 5 eyewitnesses, who all had the same story? Comment below. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.